Hello, hi, and welcome to Empathic Fire. I am your reader, Jay. These are going to be general messages for the sign of Sagittarius in April 2021. What's going on, Sagittarius? How are you guys doing? I hope that you guys are doing well. Sagittarius, wherever you are in the world right now, I hope you're safe, happy, healthy, and secure. Continue to take very good care of yourselves and those that you know and love. Extend some of that goodness and that kindness to other people. Maybe you don't know them so well. Maybe they're a perfect stranger. Helps to raise the vibration of the collective, and it puts some good karma points on the scoreboard for yourself. Always do that with pure intentions, okay? We don't want to try to manipulate karma because it won't work that way. Anyway. No other announcements for you guys, or no announcements at all for you guys in April, so let's just go ahead and do the regular spiel. Anything you want, it's already in the description box. Timestamp is down there. Information on how to purchase a personal reading is down there. Questions before you order, go ahead and email me at the address that's down there. I'll answer you as soon as I can. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, feel free to do so. I give you a link down below. Go ahead and click it. It's nice and convenient for you, okay? For whatever reason, Sag, I'm very wired in your energy. I had a coffee hours ago. I don't have residual coffee effects, so I don't know where this energy is coming from. So maybe you guys are really fired up or something like that. Anyway, that's the start of your reading. We will get more information with the same tarot deck in a moment. We'll use the bottom of the deck for some overall energy, and then we'll end the reading with an oracle card, okay? But to start, you start out with the energy of the Knight of Swords, air sign energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius could be dealing with an air sign. You don't have to be. Then you have the Seven of Pentacles. And then the Four of Wands. All right. So, I feel some of you are moving, literally, moving homes. Action, quick action, possibly having to move in a hurry. Being under pressure, possibly offer came through on a house, or your offer was accepted on a house, and then you gotta get things together. I don't know, there's like this gotta move, gotta do it now, have to do it now after some deliberation. Seven of Pentacles, home, Four of Wands, have to move now. Others of you, unfortunately you've been evicted, or the place that you live has, the owner of the property sold it and you've got to get out within 30 days. So something like that. But there's this imperative to do it now. Okay. One second, hold on. All right. Sorry about that, Sagittarius. I had to change the music. It was distracting me. Anyway, so, yeah, so there's this imperative of do it now, do it now, do it now. And for some of you, whether we're talking about moving homes or we're talking about something else in your life, I feel there's been due diligence here. Seven of Pentacles. You've done your research. You've counted your pennies. You've dotted your I's, crossed your T's. Some due diligence has been in effect for a while. And you've been, I don't want to say careful, but you've been smart. Or you're dealing with someone like this. This is a general, I'm saying Sagittarius, this is you, but it could be someone you're dealing with that's walking this path, dealing with this. With the depiction on this card with this Knight of Swords, and the sword being down his throat, for some of you, you're doing this in secret. You're not telling anybody about this, or you're telling selective people what you're planning, what you're doing, and how you're going to do it. So the sword being in throat is giving me this idea of not wanting to speak to certain people about this, not wanting to tell certain people what's going on or what the plan is, and being very selective with it. So in some of your cases, it could be financial deals, and NDAs might be in place. And, because of certain contractual obligations, you can't release certain information to people who, frankly, don't matter in the situation, or it's privileged confidential information that you need to act upon, but you cannot share with other people. And that's also solidified with the Seven of Pentacles. Can't share with other people. When we talk about the Seven of Pentacles, we're evaluating for ourselves and not usually thinking too much of other people. So to speak. And that's not to say you're being selfish or you're being shallow or you're being cutthroat. You might be in your business life, but it's more of even if people benefit from what you're doing or the moves that you're making, you're not going to tell them that you're making these moves and they're going to benefit. It's just on a need to know basis is what this feels like. Now, Four of Wands on the end there. More than home. Again, still with business, because I get the sense with this imagery on this card that some of you, this is your, again, a business that you have, a business venture that you're getting into, or you're taking care of your established business, something that you've been working on for many years, and you're possibly making moves in a certain direction that divesting is what I'm getting. Okay, there we go. So some of you might be leaving a business that you have with another person or other people, and you don't tell them that you're leaving. You've sold your portion of the business, or you no longer, whatever. It's like, it feels like other people, Sagittarius, no matter where this hits in your personal life, your business life, your home, again, something that you've established with other people and you're in partnership with them. It feels like some people will receive this as a shady deal. Like, you did this very shadily. You didn't have to be so quiet about it. But again, I feel some of you are under strict contract or strict confidence. Like, if you say anything, it violates something, and it would hurt your bottom line. Seven of Pentacles. It would hurt your bottom line if you were to express everything that's going on here. That's what that feels like. I kind of like it, but again, I don't know all the details, so maybe I shouldn't even say that. But I feel like you're not trying to hurt anybody, but I think it can be par for the course. Because when we see the Knight of Swords, regardless of who that is, whether it's you or anyone else, the Knight of Swords usually does things without thinking how it will impact others. And that can be read, or that can be interpreted, that can be perceived as being selfish and cruel and aloof. That is, again, like how someone might be perceiving it. It might not be the truth. I feel like, again, circumstantially, there is this, I had no other choice. I couldn't go about this any other way. If I told you, it would have reneged on the contract. If I told you simply, you would have, this could be how you or someone is rationalizing the situation. If I told this person, or if I told you, knowing your track record, you would have told half the neighborhood. So I had to be quiet about it. Do you get what I mean? So there is some rationale, there is some reasoning that the Knight of Swords has for behaving this way, and I don't know that it would be received well. But it's kind of, damned if you do, damned if you don't, almost. Or, someone being offended or disappointed in what they didn't know is kind of a retroactive, well, tough. That's your, sorry about it. It's like your feelings can't be the determiner of what your feelings couldn't have been the determining factor for what I had to do, is kind of what this feels like. The Chariot flipped out here. I wasn't really asking anything just yet, but the Chariot is major arcana for Cancer. So for some of you, you could be dealing with a Cancer. And the Chariot is, again, about making decisive movements, going one way over the other, left or right, up or down, you know what I mean? And doing so once you've kind of weighed the options properly is what that feels like, okay? But again, I wasn't really asking anything at that moment, so... But let's ask something now. So let's get some further information in this situation for Sagittarius. What else is going on here for Sagittarius? Please show me further information regarding this story. What else is happening here for Sagittarius in April 2021? Five of Swords. There it is. That's what I thought. Got some critics on your hands there, Sag. I understand. And the Tower. Bottom of the deck is the overall energy, Ace of Cups. So, first one that fell for the second part, or the additional information, Five of Swords, King of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And then the Tower, secondary major for Aries, as well as sometimes Scorpio. Could be dealing with any of those signs, or not at all. It's a general, blah, blah, blah. Okay? All right, so, yeah. People are not happy with what you're doing, what you're saying, how you're behaving, the decisions that you're making or that you have made and you've told them after you've made it. It's like people want to throw their 2 cents at you. And I don't know that it's helpful. I don't know that it's damaging. I don't know. It's like peanut gallery vibes is what I'm getting from the Five of Swords. It might be people who have absolutely no dog in your race, have no relationship to what's going on in the center of the situation, the dynamic between you and one other person, or you and your family. And this could be like, you know, your core family, and this could be like a second cousin twice removed or something who has something to say. And it's just like, I don't even know you. I see you once a year at a family reunion and we talk for 5 minutes. Like, shut the fuck up. No offense, but like, that's what this feels like. It feels like people who are not directly involved have a lot of things to say about what you are doing or what you had to do because of circumstances. Again, some of you were contractually obligated to do something or say something or not say something or not do something, and the implication of breaking that contract was a bigger, it was going to cost you more. Seven of Pentacles cost you more. Four of Wands. And someone doesn't understand that. If if I had told you then what was going on, it would have ruined the whole thing. And that, okay, well, maybe that's it. You know, there is, yes, with King of Pentacles right next door. Yes, of course. Okay. So for some of you, this legit would have blown up in your face. It's like one of those like TV drama moments, or like a soap opera moment. It's like if you told this person what was going to happen, they were going to screw you in the deal, or they were going to, you know, again, like a TV moment. It's like one of those TV movie moments where a reporter jams a microphone in your face. Sagittarius, Sagittarius, there's a rumor going around that you're going to do blah, 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 or you're in business with da, da, da. Do you care to comment? And you turn to the camera and you're like, no comment. Even though you could have said, I plan to do X, Y, Z, but that would have been broadcast to the entire nation, or, you know, the locality, wherever the TV news station is. You get what I mean? So it's like somebody wants something to be public knowledge. And if it was to be public knowledge, it would have screwed you. That's what you know. King of Pentacles, it would have screwed you. And guess what? The King of Pentacles is one of the, I feel like the King of Pentacles, yeah, of all the kings, is the least likely to get screwed. Because he's so smart. And I'm only saying he because it's a king. And it doesn't have to be only a male I'm talking about. It could be a woman, and it doesn't have to be an earth sign with pentacles. It could be anybody. But whoever's embodying this energy right now, they know. I'm not going to get screwed. I'm not going to allow myself to get screwed here. So remember earlier I said some of you could be moving in a hurry. This could be your landlord. This could be the person who owns your property. This could be the person who, you know, is the deed owner and all that stuff. And it seems very cruel. Like you could be the tenant who's like, hey, why didn't you tell me, you know, you had this deal going on to sell this condo or sell this piece of land up under me. Now I've got 30 days. Thanks a lot, you son of a bitch. From your perspective, screw that guy. But from his perspective, whoever it might be, the King of Pentacles, the deed owner, the property owner, if they had told you, you would have told all the other tenants, word would have got around, you guys could have got a petition to go together, blah, 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 blah. And from where this person is standing, a savvy business person, a person who makes a living out of selling and dealing with real estate, this was a gold mine opportunity that they couldn't ignore. Now, that's not me saying it's okay. It's not me saying that the people who live there, who are being evicted, they don't have, you know, oh, well, that's the way the cookie crumbles and just get over it. No, I understand how much of an imposition that is. I understand how inconvenient that is. I understand how cruel that can be perceived as. I get it. But from where the King of Pentacles is standing, in combination with the Knight of Swords, that swift action, striking while the iron is hot, striking while the deal is on the table, it was a no-brainer for them. Okay? I don't know that that's meant to console anyone. I don't think that's necessarily meant to make anyone feel better, but you have to understand we all have different motivations, whether we believe them to be good motivations or bad. This is the way someone was thinking. Okay? Tower. Creates a tower moment in a home situation. Four of Wands. So the foundation of something doesn't have to be a home. Again, it can be a business. It could be divesting from a business. You're selling your portion of the business behind your partner's backs. And again, NDA, contractual obligations. If you tell your business partners about this deal, it will disappear. So if you want this, buku deal, this very lucrative deal, you better keep your mouth shut. Yes? That is offensive to people. I get it. But Tower. I feel it's inevitable with this Tower. I mean, Tower usually means that something is inevitable. And the quote unquote higher perspective, or the high vibe of the Tower, there can be a low vibe of the Tower, but the higher vibe of the Tower is basically, it's to reset and clean slate, level something out. So, Seven of Pentacles. Okay. This is not again, this is not the excuse. I'm not trying to excuse. I'm just trying to give an explanation. I find explanations, not that it makes it okay for people to do what they do. It's just more of a, oh, that makes sense. Now I could see where you're coming from. Yes? So this Tower moment, going back to this idea of like selling property behind someone's back because you own it. And it doesn't have to be, like a landlord-tenant thing. This could be a family situation. You could own a home and you have your cousin or your brother or your sister living there and you decide to sell. And your brother or your sister is like, what the F? Why would you do that? We're family. Now I have no place to go. Little does your brother or your sister or whoever know that you're in debt deep. Seven of Pentacles. Possibly not having much of a leg to stand on financially. And here's this home where, you're letting your relative stay there possibly at a fraction of the cost that it takes to upkeep the home, right? If I sell, I'm going to be able to alleviate some of the debt that I have elsewhere. So on a personal note, this benefits me and I must do it because I'm in financial dire straits. Now again, the aspect of family and you're not supposed to do that to people that you care for and all this other kind of stuff, from Five of Swords person's point of view, how dare you? But as the outside person reading these tarot cards, I'm kind of like, but it makes sense. I mean, it's shitty that they don't tell you. That's the shitty part. It's like, it's not given information. It's not shared information. That's the shitty part. That's why it comes across as a Tower, because Tower is unexpected. Tower is a calamity that you don't see happening. You don't foresee it. It just shows up out of nowhere. Boom! And it's a clusterfuck. I love this deck. I always forget to look at the artist that this that this card is mimicking. But look at this. You can't make heads or tails of this, really. You have to sit here and study it, So it creates a lot of confusion. It creates a lot of kerfuffle in people's lives. People don't like that. People don't like things to happen to them and they don't see it coming. And that's what I feel here. Someone didn't see this coming. And that's the real crux of the situation. If they were in your shoes or if you were in their shoes, would you feel differently? Maybe. But, I'm not here to tell you that's exactly what you need to do. But it's a good question. Think of it that way. Now, overall energy, Sag, is the Ten of Cups. Interesting. Now, here in this deck, you see in the center, there's a little cottage, a little house there in the background. Or a little village or something like that. So for many of you, this is still about home, security, stability, the place where you lay your head at night, or the prospect of having such a place if you've been in between homes or something like that, or you just got up on your feet and then out of nowhere you're getting an eviction notice. Who knows? So I think that is still integral to many of your storylines. It's like, where am I going to live, or how am I going to live, or who am I going to live with, and blah, blah, blah. That's still very much a part of the story. Ten of Cups, traditionally, dreams come true, happy families. So for some of you, I feel like this is, because tens are culmination points, so for some of you, this is the end of a happy home. Like, again, for some, I think this, you or someone might feel this is a double cross within family bloodlines. Like I said, how could you treat family like this? How could you put us out on the street? How could you, want to sell this just for a profit? You're only thinking of yourself. Like, although that energy culminates into possibly a chapter ending of a Ten of cups situation. Again, happy home. And I just said chapter, and they want me to say chapter 11. So for some of you, this is about bankruptcy. And someone has to try their best to get themselves out of bankruptcy. And they might sell someone down the river. Again, that's the perception. And I don't begrudge anyone their perceptions. We all are individuals. We all walk our own path, and we all see life in our own way. Or someone is trying to solidify a Ten of Cups situation, meaning if they make this move in secret, they secure the bag with the King of Pentacles energy. They secure the bag. If I do this deal, if I make this move in secret, if I don't tell anybody, I'm going to be rewarded for what I've done. And that's going to give me my Ten of Cups. And happy family is relative. It doesn't have to be we're married, we have 2.5 kids and a dog and a picket fence. Somebody's Ten of Cups could be I live alone, I've got 12 cats, and I'm living my best life in a Manhattan high-rise. Who knows? So it's all relative. So somebody might be doing all this so that they can get to their Ten of Cups, while others have done it and it's the end of their Ten of Cups. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. What is the oracle deck that we're going to use for Sagittarius' reading today? Please show me. It's between these two. All right, it's going to be postcards from Spirit. All right, let's see. Oracle message for Sagittarius in April 2021. What is the oracle message for Sagittarius in April 2021? Dear you, sometimes you just feel like no one understands you. You're not heard, or even that you don't count. This, my dear, is a terrible illusion. And although your feelings tell you that abandonment is real, well, we love you and know better. You are never alone, and even when rejection happens, you are ultimately being protected so better things can replace what wouldn't have worked in the first place. Everyone on this side of the veil is watching over you and rooting for you for your ultimate success. Life loves you, we love you, and you are a unique spark of the divine and always connected to the light and to source. You are always in our care. Trust and keep the faith. Love you always and forever. Now, interesting. I'll get this up here. Get into focus so you can read it if you choose. All right. Now, I think that speaks to the Tower moment. And again, this feeling that I've had the entire time of the perception of this sucks, this is unfortunate, this is unfair to me, this is cruel to me, and that idea that it's not working out. The Tower comes across, King of Pentacles, like all of this comes across with purpose. It sucks right now, Sagittarius, possibly to be put out or to be iced out of a deal or to be screwed over by somebody, and you're really upset about it and it really hurts. I understand. But what did this say? You're always protected. You're always coming from the divine source, and you're connected with people, with energies, with ancestors that want, or excuse me, that are in the habit of making sure that you're okay. And why would you want a situation to continue, Tower, that wasn't serving you to begin with? Or at least again, the card is telling you, your ancestors, your guides, they can see that wasn't going to happen, or that wasn't working out the way it needed to, so it had to be removed. So even though, and again, I'm not trying to say it's a-okay, just, sit there with a smile on your face. You're going to feel what you're feeling. You're going to have the perspective that you have. But eventually, we have to not look at it this way, right? The trouble that it's creating in the short term might lead to something quite beneficial in the long run. Okay? I know that's a little convoluted here at the end, and I know it might sound a little pompous, but Like that has been the feeling that I've had the entire reading. Like even though this sucks, it's gonna work out, you know? And sometimes, like the card says, trust and keep the faith. Sometimes it's about trusting and keeping the faith, and more so aligning yourself with this idea of, even though this sucks now, I know it's going to work out for me in the long run. And I got to tell you, that's one of the most powerful ways to manifest. But I'm not going to get into it. Sagittarius, that's your reading for April. If this reading resonated with you, please leave a comment down below. If you liked it, hit the like button, all that good stuff. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so before. Sag, I will be back soon with your mid-April readings. If you want to get at me for a personal reading in the meantime, again, check below in the description box on how to do so, okay? All right, guys, I thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Take care. Bye.